Last Movie Star was a film released back in 2017, and it stars Burt Reynolds, Ariel Winter, and Clark Duke. So, what it is that Burt Reynolds is pretty much a has been, washed up movie star, and except for this one small town that Clark Duke and Ariel Winter are from, and they love him there. They want him to. He's the best of the best. He's the Marlon Brando of that area, and so they go get him, and he thinks it's kind of like Cannes, I think is what it was. He thinks it's like an actual legitimate film festival, and what it is it ends up being something that I could put on. It's a very small, tight knit community, but it's sincere nonetheless. But it's nothing, it's nothing major, and they want to present him with a lifetime achievement award. And so basically what they're going to do is they're going to have this festival and just show all of his films in order, and that's it. Well, they go, Ariel Winter picks him up, and they come to find out that he's pretty much just a crotchety old grumpy man, as I think Burt Reynolds pretty much was. So what they do, it just, it just titles that. The one thing I noticed is throughout the film, it has clips and pictures and parts of the movies that he was in as a younger man, and it just shows it throughout the whole film, and it's a really nice touch. You actually see him interact with his former self as if he's just talking to a memory, and there's scenes from Deliverance, Smokey and the Bandit, but it really comes off as authentic because they don't change any of the dialogue, so the conversations that he's having with his former selves is like I said, it's authentic, and it sounds like it's a real conversation that is coming from Burt Reynolds to his former self, and it's really nice. And the one other thing I noticed, it's nice to see that Burt Reynolds, at least this version of Burt Reynolds in the film, is a nice creepy old man who just checks out women in the supermarket, sarcasm included. He basically just kind of does his thing, lives in Hollywood, hangs out with his best friend, Clark Griswold, and they pretty much are the same person. I think Clark Griswold's a little bit nicer, but that's about it. But yeah, she there's this, so anyway, they pick him up and all that, and they're just, it starts off with the bond between him and Ariel Winter, and she's having boyfriend troubles and all that, and it's just a little side thing. But she shows off her drawings to him, and he looks creeped out by him. But I personally, I'm like, those are badass. Those would be a cool, album cover or something for a good metal album. I look them up; they're pretty awesome. Um, but yeah, like I said, and the same thing with the film festival. It's not what he was expecting, but for a small, kind of, amateur version of Cannes, I'd be happy to be there. I'd be happy to watch the films, and it's really cool. And the passion between all the guys that put it on and everything is really nice because this is a crew and a team and a fan base that really cares about who they're presenting. And they're not just, you know, they're not just like, oh, we're doing it for ourselves. I mean, they really care. They love his acting and all that, which is really nice to see. Um, the one thing in the film that's really funny is that he doesn't understand the lingo half the time. Like he doesn't get like, oh, we're gonna go live, and he's like, what? That was a nice little touch. As some grandpas would. I mean, that's the cool thing. Um, the back and forth between Burt Reynolds and Clark Duke is just, I mean, comedy gold. It's really nice. The only complaint I have about the film really is I didn't love the ending. He didn't. I kind of thought that he was going to go back to the film festival world because he leaves. He goes back to L.A. to his house and all that. But I kind of thought at the end he was going to, kind of realize he was better out in the Midwest where it was and all that. But